Good morning, welcome back to Rock Chat. Tracy here, and well, I didn't get to do a second video yesterday, and the reason for that was I hurt my back. And I was well, I had quite a few orders to pack. I think I had about 11, and whereas some of them were small orders and some were medium size and some were big, the fact that the yarn is hidden meant just lugging lots of boxes around. So that's what did me in, I think, was the lugging all these boxes and all this stuff around. And I will kind of get better organised out there. It's just been so cold and I've been so busy, but I will get to do it. I'm going to sneeze. Why do I always sneeze or try to sneeze as soon as I get on? I think it's one of those mysteries of time, you know. So yeah, that's not the only reason I hurt my back. Excuse me a sec. It still didn't sneeze. Anyway, the other reason is that, as I've said, we're decorating in the living room, and the sofa that we used to sit on has been consigned to the tip. And we just stripped it all down and took it in bits. The only two parts that we kept were the cushions off it, because they were marginally better than the cushions on the other sofa, which was very uncomfortable. So yeah, we moved those onto there. But the other sofa, being a sofa bed, has got one of those rigid pull-out frames underneath it, and boy, is it the most uncomfortable thing to sit on for any length of time. Even with the better cushions, it kind of tilts down at a funny angle once it gets past these framework. And I've put cushions underneath. I put pillows, funnily enough, because we've got spares underneath the chairs, and it's made it a little better, but it really does hurt my back to sit there. And consequently, there's not an awful lot of telly watching going on at the moment. And I kept saying to Gary, I wish you threw this one away and not the other one, because the other one was a little bit better to sit on. But both of us are ridiculously uncomfortable. So much so, in fact, that he's thinking of bringing the garden chairs in and see it, because he said, I'm never that uncomfortable when I sit on the decking. So, you know, I said, well, you have to make sure that there's definitely no bugs or critters living in them. They're just frame, you should be able to see it. But all the cushions are obviously in dry. But that might be what we have to resort to until the sofas arrive. But oh my God, my back. So I think that the sofa started it. the getting stuff in and out of the the caravan put a little bit more icing on the cake. But the final icing on the cake was when yesterday they delivered our wood. And we'd already got the ceiling in the conservatory, and then we got the wood for the panelling in the conservatory. Then we've got the buttons to put the wood on the wall and those big lockers, so there was no room to move around. So all those things that I packed ready to go out with the orders, I had to try and get in the house, walk in a corridor which had this much foot space and about this much wall space. So you're kind of trying to, it was a bit of a nightmare, it was. So those three things sealed the fate of my back, really. And it's not so bad today, but yesterday it was. And oh, honestly, the only comfortable place to go is to like go to bed. So I didn't exactly have an early night. I was watching this JFK thing, but trying. But instead of watching TV, I cooked lunch for Gary to take to work. Anything but sit there, really. So he had a bit of a full-on day. And today I have to go to see a podiatrist. Now, I read the letter and it said we only see patients who are at risk. And I guess whoever made this appointment looked at my feet at the time and thought I was in risk of getting some kind of severe infection. I have to say they are a lot better than they were. They're not better, but they are a lot better. Now, there's two problems on my feet, and the part that looks like athlete's foot just isn't going. The other I'm sorting out, but at least I don't have about 20 cracks on them anymore. You think that might be an exaggeration, but it wasn't. That's probably at about 10 each foot. So yeah, podiatrist. Okay, so quick slurp before I do anything else, because this is getting cold. It is actually, so I'll be back. I didn't think it was moving then. Sorry about that, if I just looked like I'd gone into a trance. Anyway, yeah, I made that before the shower, so I forgot really to get stuck in. Okay, joke's nice and small, so I shouldn't mess it up too much. I used to think my dad was really old. He would say, when I was your age, the Dead Sea was still alive. I'm glad of a small one today. It's quite dark in here. I hope it's not going to rain too much while I'm out or anything, but anyway, I'm really proud of myself. I managed to remember to bring this in. It's all my bits to make stitch markers, because I'm on my last, I've got about 2 left, if that. So I might have just put them all in orders, actually. I'm not sure. So I think I've got to make some, and I've got some new bits to make them. So I'll pop that in there, and then when I get... Actually, rather than sit and watch TV tonight, I might sit up the dining room table and make stitch markers, because it would be a darn sight more comfortable. And honestly, I've got to cook a roast today. Not a roast as in potatoes, but roast beef. And then you know what? I've lost weight. I'm kind of a bit spun out by it, because without looking on the phone, I can't tell what I was when I left off. But I know I wasn't this this weight. And after eating, I must have had about 3 or 4 McDonald's. I mean, 1 was a breakfast, and 2 in the space of the last week or so, maybe 2 weeks, I've had 2 lots of Philly cheesesteak burger and a breakfast. Maybe it was only 3 then. I can't, because I wouldn't have had anything else. So I've had 3 of those. I've had a kebab, and I've had fish and chips. Well, it was sausage, actually. Sausage and chips from a proper chippy, and they're not small. But on those days where I've had bad food, like fish and chips, or sausage and chips, should I say, I wouldn't mind, but I just said that. So, duh. Hang on. Yeah, on that day, I hadn't eaten all day, and so it was kind of like a fast, and then I had that. And then we had another kind of dinner like that. Was it an Indian? I can't remember, but it was when we were out that day. And so I think it was an Indian. I'm sure it was. And so I hadn't eaten all day, not even breakfast. So by the time we had that, that was it. So maybe that's because I've been fasting without realising it. I mean, obviously not on the McDonald's days. Although probably when I've had them as a meal, but the breakfast one, that was a bit of a feed your face kind of day. And we've been having like a couple of days, we went out for breakfast. We took Colin one day, didn't we? And we had a breakfast another day. So, yeah, been not going hungry, that's for sure. Oh, and I had puddings, you know. There was chocolate cake and chocolate custard I had. Yep. And ginger cake with custard. But those were days that I probably fasted for quite a long time. And, well, I'm shocked, I am. But I had to get off that little roller coaster of doom, because I started to feel all those awful bloated and, you know, feeling unhealthy again. So now I'm back in the swing of the diet. I cannot believe that I got off scot-free like that. I really can't. So I made chicken Alfredo last night, and Gary took that to work today. I've got half of it left in the fridge, but I know I won't eat that. I won't eat all of it anyway. And but it doesn't matter. I can probably just take a little bit out for lunch or something. But yeah, I'm going to have to do veggies and beef this evening, which will be nice. But it'll be nice to have vegetables for a change. You know, before, when we were doing the diet, before Gary's stones, you know, for those of you just joined me, he had kidney stone. And before that, we were kind of in the swing of the diet, and it was summer, it was really warm, so he didn't mind taking salads to work, but now he wants warm food, so that's what making it more difficult to find things for him to take. But we'll get there, I guess. But it's easy for me being at home. Just if I fancy some tuna, I'll have tuna. If I fancy a bit of chicken, I can do that. So I have to try and remember to make more stuff ahead of time for Gary to take to work. So this Saturday, I have to help him do the ceiling. So I might not get much done, but I can do my chat, and then I've got my winners videos. So hopefully I'll be back on track this Saturday. I was a bit off last week. Now, yesterday I didn't get to do a second video, and today I might not because of the podiatrist. But we'll have to see it. I might even find some yarn while I'm out. We'll have to have a look and see what I can see. Obviously, I don't like keep spending money on other people's yarn. I don't mind when it's a yarn shop, but I don't think there are any of those in the area I've got to go to. But at least if I do, then there's plenty of mystery boxes and bags and everything else that I can put a few things in that I find that are nice. So I don't have to kind of just keep adding to my stash constantly and exponentially, although I do, because, you know, I forgot what I was going to make with this. I think I was going to do, like, try and do a hat and scarf that match with this Adrifill, and I was going to combine it with an orange, which I can't remember which one now. Never mind. Such is life, you know. It's like, if I don't do it at the time. Anyway, I cannot babble on for too long. Babylon! I cannot babble on for too long because I have to get ready, get this on to go to this blessed podiatrist who I feel like will take one look at my feet and think I'm a charlatan, or that the doctor's taken leave of the senses, because it doesn't look dangerous anymore. So it doesn't look like it's healed either, so I can get their opinion. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Watch out for today. Then probably will be another video or a live stream even over on here or on Rocksteady, which is getting ever closer to monetization. Just need that push for I've got about 600 watch hours to go, or maybe 5, less than 6 probably. And then we're done. Oh my gosh, I can't wait. Anyway, thank you so much, and I will see you on the next one. Bye for now.